Hello and welcome to Yeti Academy. As a school administrator or as a teacher, you can add students directly from within a classroom. Students can be added either by uploading a CSV file, by adding them individually, adding them in bulk, syncing them with Google Classroom, or by having them self-register. In order to access these options, let's go ahead and select the Classes tab from our dashboard. Then, we're going to go to our classroom. Now, we'll select this little blue icon to add in our students. The first thing to note is that if you would like to add your students with a CSV file, you can download a sample CSV template to ensure that you've got the formatting correct. Just replace the information there with your own students' information. Another important thing to note is that the program accepts letters, numbers, and for special characters, underscores, dashes, or the @ sign like you'd find in an email address. From this menu here, if you'd like to import with a CSV file, select Import Students. Now, you'll be directed to download the sample CSV file or to upload your students with your own CSV file. You can also add your students individually, which is a simple option if you've only got a few. So let's go ahead and go back to that menu. Again, from the Classes tab, then the Classroom, we'll select that little Add Students icon. Now, instead of Import Students, you'll go ahead and select Add a Single Student. Here's where you'll fill out the information to add your student, such as the username, password, grade, and name. When you're finished, go ahead and hit Create. If you'd like to add them in bulk, we'll go back to our list of options and select Add a Block of Students. Here, you'll set a username that will be uploaded. Now, depending on what you enter in for number of students here, that username you enter will be enumerated up to that number. So, if you enter in 10 students and the username you choose is student, you'll be making 10 accounts, all numbered student 1, student 2, student 3, and so forth up to student 10. Enter in an initial password and an initial grade. The grade will stay unless you change it, but the password, you can opt for students to log in and change their password and change their names. When you're finished, go ahead and hit Create. Lastly, you can add your students with self-registration. To do this, you'll want to make sure that your school portal is set up to enable student self-registration. Please check with your administrator to make sure that this is an option for your school. Once you've done so, make sure you've provided the class code to your students so that they can register within the correct class. By selecting this, you can disable or reset your class code. Then, when your students go to your Yeti Academy domain, they can select Student Self-Registration and then enter in the information to create an account for themselves. Now, last but not least, there is a special circumstance where you may have added in your class with Google Classroom, but you've since added a new student. If you'd like to add that new student in with Google Classroom, you can easily resync it. Make sure that you select the correct class that you've been syncing with Google Classroom. Then, go ahead and select the Sync with Classroom button to resync in your new students. Should you have any more questions about adding students or any other area of the program, go ahead and check out our Solution Center that I've included in the description down below. Our Solution Center is always growing to better suit your needs and answer any questions you may have. If you find that you're still confused, you can always reach out to support via the chat or by emailing us at support@yetiacademy.com. We hope you have a great time exploring the world of STEM education with your students.